Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, text, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, EasyWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with EasyWay Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit EasyWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at EasyWay Network, Twitter at EasyWay Broadcast, and YouTube at EasyWay TV.
Good morning, Radio Boomers. Live listeners out there in California and all over the world. And we have Denise Millay Brookhurst with us. Let me see. Denise, are you out with us?
Good morning.
Good morning, Denise. Radio Boomers Live is ready to rock and roll. And Reatha's doing a little checkup this morning, so Denise will be filling in. And I'll tell you, Denise, this is another exciting month coming up. I mean, there's so much that's been happening with the EasyWay situation. And we've got Eric's going to be presenting the EasyWay Achievement Award, which you all remember. Everyone remembers from... Oh, you guys, come on, go back, think about it. The EasyWay Achievement Award, right, you got it. Lady in Red Time and Rose Awards coming up, and that's where he'll be presenting the EasyWay Achievement
February
Award.
21st, with Gail 21st. Gibson. That's going to be wonderful.
And then we got the coming up Inside Scoops on the EasyWay magazine, and we're going to have a very special guest that knows all about that coming on today. Surprise guest. Wait till you talk to this lady. She knows what's going on, and we got a blast system, Denise. We're going to be blasting. We're back in order. There's sometimes you run into glitches, but we're retuning, and after we get it down packed, we just improve on it more and more till we get the cutting edge situation. And
the fine-tuning.
Fine-tuning. And then after Eric gets it all set up, then we go into the newest mode to do it, and now we're at a 10,000 hit on that one. And Denise, seems like everybody's trying to contact us to do the red carpets. It's got a who's list who's contacting us now. And
oh, yes. Well, especially with the radio and the TV behind it. That's what gives it that extra exposure. Anyone can do a red carpet, but do you have the exposure and the social media and the marketing that goes along with our red carpet? And we like to use the golden carpet.
We use the golden carpet, and I think there's someone out there, let's see, Denise Brookhurst. I think she's got something to do with that TV situation. But anyway, Denise is amazing. I know you guys, you have to meet this lady in person, and when she starts talking, hold on to your hat, because you get informed on what's going on in this age. they are the portals and between all this communication of online, the online, the television, and the radio, and so on. And then we got the tap interviews with Matt J. Doyle. This is getting hot. Another hot spot out there, the tap interviews. And
that was wonderful. On the 20th at the fashion show, Matt did the tap interviews. Everyone wanted to go on his camera. Everyone.
Oh, there's a line. Yeah, there's a line. And talk about personable. He's quite a guy. But these are all interesting people you can meet. Denise and Eric and Matt and Angelique, when you come to these events. And
you can't forget Dr. Dante Sears. Oh, my gosh. She's the back end with the websites.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the website. She's gifted with the websites. And
she's phenomenal.
She's got a flair for that and healing. She can take care of all kinds of bumps in the road when it comes to that. And we have, Denise, we got 34 shows and building channels like crazy. And you know about that. And so you go to Easy Way Broadcasting and search Beyond the Secret. You go to the Easy Way list. And we've got, I'll tell you, Denise, that event, Beyond the Secret, The Awakening, we had the celebrities that were in the movie itself. And Eric brought a whole pile of media down there. We had hosts.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. In fact, I even
it was at the AMC at Universal Studios, which was a nice ambiance. It was, exciting because everyone knew about it. Hannah Hornstein was there, Jeff Levine, Dr. Joe Vitale, Lisa Winston, and so many more of our, Easy Way people that, really appreciate what we're doing and just, promote, and it just goes like wildfire. That's just one event, and it was just wonderful.
Denise, it's interesting with Eric Circles. You're looking at a book, or you're talking to, you're watching a movie, and afterwards, and you wind up sitting there across the table, with the author of the book, or the stars that were in the book, or the stars that were in the movie. They're all there. Like all these notable people that are starring in the movie. It's like when you're around Eric, this is all what's. Well, anyway.
Sometimes you have to pinch yourself. Is this real?
Yeah. He does shake
it's fantastic.
things up, and he brings I've heard people say that, they like going to Eric's events because everybody shows up who has said that's going to be showing up. And with that, I think we have to move into some hot topic time. I got to get some information out here on what's going on. And I don't know if I'm going to get a drum roll because we're just going crazy here. And there's so much information for you guys.
Ripped from the headlines, today's hot topic.
So, guys, we're through the first month. It's flying by again, and 2020, and we're starting on a little bit of a somber note here. In fact, a lot of a somber note with the passing of Kobe Bryant. When I first saw that, basically the word disbelief is what pops in your head. I go, nah. With his young age and all the entertainment he's given us in his bubbly, positive attitude, and he had so much going on in life. He was 41 years old. He passed away yesterday in a helicopter crash in Calabasas shortly after 10 a.m. 8 other fatalities, including his daughter, Gianna, 13 years old. The helicopter, a Sikorsky 579B, I believe it was built in 1991. The recovery expert the recovery is expected to take several days because of the condition of the crash site and its remote location. The crash, it ignited a pretty big brush fire down there. And the fog was very severe. I wondered about that. Why did the plane crash? The LAPD basically grounded its helicopters that morning. The crash was more likely caused by bad weather, and that's what I'm thinking of the fog, than a mechanical issue. The likelihood of a twin-engine type of aircraft that this was, it's just not seemed to happen. And it just doesn't happen, according to Kurt Dietz. He is a former pilot. The craft had 800 pounds of fuel, which caused a severe fire when it crashed. And there was a witness I heard last night on the news. They said that they saw the helicopter in the air before it crashed, and it exploded. Basically, before it crashed. That's what this one witness said. And so, you know, our prayers will be with the family. And Kobe is survived by his wife Vanessa, Brian, and he had 3 daughters. His daughter Natalia turned 17 last week, and Bianca Bella recently turned 3 years old, and Capri just less than 1 year old. Kobe played his entire 20-season career with the LA Lakers, winning 5 NBA championships and won 18-time All-Star. We'll miss you, Kobe, and our prayers, all the Easy Way family prayers will be out there for you. The impeachment backfire they're talking about on Pelosi, Schumer, Schiff, and Nader, the top attorneys showing that there are basically no grounds for impeachment, and many in the Senate are saying the entire process was due to throwing off the 2020 elections. The Grammy Awards, Billie Eilish, if I pronounce that right, was one of the top winners there at the 62 annual Grammy Awards. And I know Reatha would have covered this. You know, this is a Radio Boomers live show, and I looked through all the names, and sorry, guys, I just didn't recognize anybody. But Puerto Rico, the Philippines, Australia, and the Amazon, all still trying to recover from the earthquakes and the fire and the hurricanes. Billions still owed to Puerto Rico to do rebuilding there. And Iraq moves to squash the protest. And there was a rocket attack on the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. A lot of heat going on over there. A virus hits Hong Kong now, as the economy is still catching its breath after all the protesters they had in Hong Kong. And so they've definitely got their issues. Now, the China coronavirus is causing the stocks to fall as the virus spooks. And what it does is it affects tourism. Tourism is a big money situation there. And when you get a situation like this, people are afraid to travel. So keep your hands washed. One of the things they say, don't be touching your face, your nose, your hands, your eyes, whatever. Keep your hands washed, and that could help. We don't hear about it down here, but there's rumors that it's hit the States. Antarctica faces an irreversible glacier melt 200 years after the discovery of this is the 200-year anniversary of the discovery of Antarctica. And what they're saying is we could be reaching a tipping point if things don't change. And if passed, nothing will prevent glaciers from shrinking. And we want to try to stop that so it doesn't keep affecting the height of the ocean, causing more flooding. A new drug that could add, basically aid the MS diagnosis, multiple sclerosis, has been approved for human trials by the FDA. That's a good one. And so, Denise, a lot of stuff, a lot of news. I'm trying to cover so many things, but there's a lot more news.
I think you did a great job.
Yeah, I try to squeeze it all in, and I think with that, we might be moving into another commercial here. And then we'll be going into, we'll be meeting up our guest. Well, let's see.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist specialist or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomer's Forever Young products.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easy Way Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit easywaypromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at Easy Way Promotions.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Good morning, everyone. And it's a good morning, isn't it? We woke up another day. How about that? I've got a great reason to celebrate. I just attended a wonderful pre-Grammy event, and one of the guests that was in the mix is the legendary David Carver, and he has produced more hits than I can list right now, but let me just start with Tom Petty, the Heartbreakers, Aerosmith, Goo Goo Dolls, Bob Dylan, Blake Shelton, Van Morrison, Rod Stewart, Bon Jovi, ZZ Top. You get the idea? His concerts that he has produced have ranged anywhere in numbers from 300 to 35,000. And if that's not enough, he's getting ready to produce an upcoming rock musical based on the classic Hamlet. Okay? So let me just bring him on now. His name is David Carver. Good morning, David. Well, I hope that he's in the mix. I'm expecting him to be on the line. So perhaps we can just, give ourselves a little time for him to get on board here. I did give him a big build-up, so I'm expecting for him to join us. Can I have the engineer cue me when he's on the line?
Hello, Carmelita.
Oh, there you are. Okie doke.
Oh, my dear, I'll tell you what, you are an amazing lady. We're on with Denise. You remember Denise, right?
Yes.
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning, Denise.
We're always.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm still floating in the air. I had such a wonderful experience at the recent Hollywood Weekly pre-Grammy party at the headquarters of the NFL Chargers in a new development in Playa Vista. It was just really remarkable. It made me think I was in Tomorrowland.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
So how did that go? Pretty exciting.
Yeah. Well, they had a celebrity chef, Jack Lee, come in. He flew in, especially on a Learjet, just to be at that party, and he presented a wonderful assortment of goodies with his team. And they also had a tea also by a amazing group. And not least, yours truly was one of the performers. I had a wonderful group of musicians backing me up.
Cool.
We had Chili Willy Groove, who's backed up George Benson, Tower of Power, Angela Bofield, which is one of my favorites. In fact, I sang an Angela Bofield song, and so that was really amazing to have Chili Willy Groove back me up with her song, which is one of my very favorite songs. It's called Under the Moon and Over the Sky. And Chili Willy Groove will be on the America's Got Talent TV show. So I'm excited for him. Yeah.
Wow.
And then we also had Chico Hamilton's flute player, Buji, who's from Jakarta, Indonesia. And we had Charlie Harrison, who's an award-winning pianist. And I had Doug Klug, who just performed recently with Bootsy Collins at the NAMM festival out there in Anaheim.
NAMM, yes.
Yeah. So, and I know that Eric had something to do with that because I was planning to go, but then I got sidetracked with another event. In fact, one of my friends who I'm working on inviting to become a guest is Mrs. Asia USA International, inviting me to join the Vigilia group there out in it was also in Anaheim. So it's been quite a journey.
That's amazing.
You have been a busy bee.
And when we go to events with Carmelita, it's like I've said before, she's so multi-talented. But you know what's cool is when I go to somewhere to do an interview or on a radio show and Carmelita's there too, she just doesn't show up to do her interview. She brings all this stuff for everybody and sets a table up full of food and drinks and everything. Is so cool. So let me see. Now, Carmelita, this is an exciting show. Now, you have a guest coming on your show today, right?
God willing.
Okay.
I was expecting to be on the line, but I guess he got lost. Hopefully we'll get him on before my time is up.
I'm on the line.
David Carver. David, are you there?
Yes, I've been listening. I'm just, I don't want to say anything. I'm just enjoying the show.
Oh, my
David,
goodness. Oh, my gosh. That's so funny.
And we're going to leave you in Carmelita's hands, and we're looking forward to hearing all about you.
All right. Well, David, we were doing a little chit-chat because we didn't know you were on the line. Well, I didn't hear you come on, but...
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so to our listening audience, this is David Carver. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Yes. Well, I want to make sure that before too much time goes by that they know about your upcoming rock musical. I have already listed some of your amazing talent that you have produced over the years. And I don't know if you heard me give the list, but is there anybody I missed?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't hear you give the list, but I lived it, so I'm sure you nailed it.
Okay. And I understand you hail from Canada. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm originally from St. John's, Newfoundland, actually. Started producing shows in Newfoundland and branched out through Atlantic Canada and the northeastern U.S. and now switch gears into the musical theater world.
Wow. Well, your journey has been so great, and you have a really cute story. Can you tell them how you got started as a producer when your dad discovered what you were up to?
Oh, so in our house in Canada, my parents would go away for the summer. And when I was just first or second year university, I decided to have a party in my parents' backyard. and started telling people about it, I guess, a couple of months before the party. And I think the word spread throughout the city, and a lot of my parents' friends, I think, their sons or daughters were attending this thing, and I'm pretty sure one of my father's friends called and said, "Listen, there's a party happening in St. John's, and it's at your house, and maybe you better get home for it." So my father flew home and was upstairs during the day and during the party that night. And I would say and this is before social media, this was just, word of mouth. And I would guess by around 12 o'clock or so, there had to be about 550 people in the backyard. And I shut it down around 3 o'clock in the morning, and my father got up and helped me clean everything up. And then he looked at me and he looked at me and said, "David, no more." And I was like, "No problem." I knew I got out alive, and I'm lucky to get out alive. And then he said, "If you're going to do this again, have it at someone else's house." And of course, nobody's going to offer up their house. And then he just stopped and said, "You've got something here. Why don't you rent out a place and charge people money to get in and make yourself some money?" And a month later, I had sort of a sequel to that party in a hall that I rented, and we sold it out and made a bit of money, and that's kind of how it started. After that, I started booking live comedy shows, and then I was in Florida on vacation and saw the great band America, and I thought they would sell out back in my hometown. So I called their agent and booked the band America, and sure enough, sold it out, and then for the next 30 years, booked bands, right up through Aerosmith and Tom Petty, just a short while before he died, and had a pretty adventurous life.
Wow! And it all started from having a party in your dad's backyard.
Yeah, and I should have prefaced that story by saying to any young people out there, don't try that at home. We were lucky the whole place didn't go up in flames, and actually there was no trouble at the party. Everybody just had a good time, and then when I shut it down, everybody were just left. So, but it was lucky. It just takes one person to make things go bad. So unfortunately, we didn't have that.
And you didn't have any bodyguards either, did you?
Well, I was playing rugby at the time, so the rugby team offered to do security in the backyard, but I think they ended up having a few too many freshie to drink themselves, so that kind of went sideways.
So you probably needed security for the security people, right?
Well, yeah, that's funny. You're probably not wrong.
Well, it's just an amazing journey, and you have been doing this for at least 30 years, and it certainly has paid off. You've definitely established a path, and your legacy is in your history. I did mention all of those names that I know about, and you mentioned one of them. But now, did you manage to get all of them through the agents for, like Aerosmith and people like that? How did you get them involved in your concert?
Well, when I was started, the first kind of professional entertainment I did was booking Canadian stand-up comedians, and Canadian entertainers kind of really don't have celebrity status in Canada. And when the first show I booked with some professional comics, I picked them up at the airport, and I said, I want to be the best comedy promoter in Canada, so what do I need to do that? And one of the comics said, "David, you picked us up at the airport. You're already one of the best comedy promoters in Canada." And that was sort of my philosophy for 30 years, is just try to be the best I could be at whatever show I was producing. And when I produced the tour with the band America, said the same thing. I want it to be memorable. What do I need to do? And after it was all said and done, they called the agent and said, this promoter out in Eastern Canada is a good guy. He's legit, and he took care of us, and you should do more business with him. And that's what happened every show I did after that. And I guess you build up a reputation for for treating the bands great and doing what you say you're going to do, and that helps you get the next band, and then that helps you get the next band, and eventually you work your way up, and you just all of a sudden you're booking some of the biggest names in music. So,
well, it just has been remarkable. I said before I brought you on that you have produced concerts in numbers of anywhere from 300 to 35,000. That must be quite a journey, an amazing experience.
Well, there's lots of behind the scenes stories, and I get I'm lucky enough to be asked to speak in high schools and university business classes, and it's Muhammad Ali has a saying: if you can do it, it ain't bragging. And I've always been a great storyteller, and if anybody had these storytelling skills that I had, and if anybody lived the career that I've lived, they would be able to go in and give these incredible speeches to high school students and university students. And it's all about being an entrepreneur and learning the things that you learn, take them and advance your career. Start with a party in your backyard, and end up 35,000 people in a field with Bryan Adams, and it's the things you learn as you do bigger and bigger shows. That's what entrepreneurship is about. It's taking what you learn and applying it to do bigger things. And I think it's been a fun career and learned a lot, and fortunate enough to share some of those experiences. And when you walk into high schools or universities and talk about stand-up comedy and rock and roll, it's you don't have to be too good at it to be successful.
Well, comedy, that was your first forte. What made you choose comedy? Actually, I was in Los Angeles on a vacation, and this was years and years ago, and we were at the Comedy Store, my two friends and I, and the MC got up and said, and we're sitting right in the front row, and the MC got up and said, "This next comic doesn't need any introduction, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Pryor." And that was when Richard was at the height of his game, and he walked up on stage, and we're sitting in the front row, and we didn't even know he was going to be there. And after it was over, we're walking back Sunset Boulevard to our hostel, and I just thought, stand-up comedy. There's no stand-up comedy in Newfoundland. And Newfoundlanders are great comedians, but there was nobody bringing professional stand-up comedy there. So I thought, hey, that would work. And then years later, after I had that party, and that sort of it all came back to me about, hey, maybe I should try this comedy angle, and it worked out. And I guess for 10 years I was booking shows and getting the best comedians in the country. So, did you ever get Richard Pryor? No. It was sadly I didn't have that opportunity. There were a couple of times I was pretty close to booking some big I guess world-renowned comedians. I was trying to get Richard. I was trying to get them. Oh gosh. Other things. I'm going to be forgetting his name now. Shame on me. Oh my gosh. Oh, Williams. Jeez, David. God. What's I going with that? Robin Williams, for crying out loud. David. I was trying to book Robin Williams and Robin Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd heard that Robin and his agent both like salmon fishing. So, and Newfoundland is sort of well known for salmon fishing. So I sent them a frozen salmon from Newfoundland in hopes of trying to get some attention and get them to call back. and I was going to offer him, a show for one night and then a weekend of salmon fishing. And unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Oh, geez. Well, I have to tell you. Yeah, I have to tell you a quick Richard Pryor story. At NBC, I had a chance to take a photograph with him when he did a show there, and it was really hilarious. And there is a star on that stage, and they say anybody who stands on that star will make it big someday. And I said, let me find it. And I made it a point to stand there. But it was a moment that I will always remember. And now, unfortunately, NBC is no longer there in Burbank. They've moved everything to Universal. So that's something that will never be repeated, as far as standing on that particular star. But who knows? Maybe there's another one waiting for me somewhere.
Well, sometimes the memory is all you have, and sometimes that has to be, all you get. So.
Well, I take each blessing as it comes, because we do have blessings, all of us. And, we need to recognize them and cherish those moments, because everybody's in such a big hurry. We need to smell the roses along the way. But on that note, can you please tell us how we can see your rock musical? And because I'm looking forward to being there on February the 14th, and that's when you're having your grand opening.
That is true. Thank you. It's sort of a re-envisioned remake of a production that was both on Broadway back in the mid-'70s and also here in LA in the mid-'80s. And there was a sort of a smaller version of it that was produced in Canada last summer, and I've sort of taken it up a few notches with some more production, more elaborate set, video, lighting. Excuse me. And when I saw the production last summer, the music is incredible. It's all original music. It's a sung-through play, so from beginning to end, it's all singing. And when I was watching it last summer, at the intermission, there's an incredibly powerful moment. The last song before the last song of the end of Act One. It's an incredible song sung by all of them. The main cast are all on stage singing, and I saw people walk out of the theater, and in that theater where the show was happening last summer, the box office was out through the main doors of the theater. So I saw people leaving the theater at the intermission, and I thought they were leaving to leave. And it turns out they were going out through the doors to the box office to buy tickets for the next available show. And I walked up to people, and the first thing I said was, you going for a smoke break? And they're like, no, we're going to buy tickets for the next show. It's that powerful.
That's wonderful. Well, that's really powerful. And I saw a name in your write-up that I actually had met. In fact, we sat down and had lunch together years ago. If it's the same Lita Galloway that I'm thinking of, an amazing, powerful singer. Was she one of your people in the cast?
She's not now, but I'm glad you brought her up, because back when it was on Broadway, for the 2 weeks of preview shows, the show had standing ovations every night. And someone told me that when I mentioned that to someone, they said, yeah, I was at one of those shows, and the guy said, forget standing ovations every night. She played Gertrude, and she got a standing ovation at the end of one of her songs, like 10 songs into the show. She had a standing ovation, and I don't think that's ever happened on Broadway. That in the middle of a show, the show stops because the performer is getting a standing ovation. It was just incredible, and that story has been reconfirmed. So it's incredible.
That's wonderful. I can't wait to see it, David, and I want to talk to you about that to make sure that I get all the right information to be there on opening night.
Great.
But can you let the audience know we're getting ready to get on our horse now and ride off into the sunset?
Okay.
So so we need to let them know.
Sure. HamletTheRockMusical.com. You can your audience can get all the information at that website. Opening night is, like you said, Friday, February 14th. All the ticket information, the cast, all the information about the show, you can find it at hamlettherockmusical.com. And ideally, we'll see people. The show runs from the 14th through to the 23rd.
Okay. Well, I want you to know I actually canceled performing that date. I was supposed to be honored on that date with an upcoming production, but I canceled because I want to be there. So I'm really intrigued and looking forward to that experience. And I want to thank you again for being a guest on Carmelita's Corner via the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. And I want to give a shout out to Jim and DC for co-hosting when we started our show, and Eric is another upcoming rocket star, and you remind me in many ways of him, or I should say he reminds me of you, because he's just really out there, and I think you guys should get together and do something on stage.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, and Reatha wasn't with us this morning, but she's another part of our group. She's what you call a working actress, and I hope that she'll be able to see your production along with the Easy Way fam. He's got a great fan base. So thanks again.
Well, we'd love to see everybody. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Easy Way Magazine is your best vehicle to advertise in if you would like to reach a quality database in corporate Hollywood. Not only will you read the stories and enjoy the content, you will also get to interact through social media and get to meet who's featured at the event, as well as get exclusive interviews from your favorite celebrities. Easy Way Magazine is a Los Angeles and Orange County-based magazine, but also reaches an international audience. Subscribe to Easy Way Magazine today by following Easy Way Broadcasting on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or EasyWayBroadcasting.com's website. To advertise, call 424-209-9290 or email contact@easywaybroadcasting.com. That's letter E and letter Z, because we don't do it the hard way. We do it the easy way.
Da-da-da-da-da-dun. Well, Denise,
that was a very interesting interview.
Interesting guest on, or what?
100%.
Denise, I mentioned, we're all sad to hear about the situation with Kobe, and it's a loss. And I actually saw him up close and personal for the first time when I was at Mass at Our Lady Queen of Angels in Newport. I was just I was back a bit in the church on the left side, and I saw somebody turn and look at me that was on the right side, a little bit, a few rows up, and it was Kobe. And he turns and looks, because we were both about a head taller than everybody in there, and I remember
you are pretty tall.
Yeah, it's like the guy looking at me, there's Kobe. But anyway, I don't like to brag, but I like kind of bragging for other people, because our Easy Way team credentials for like Denise Millay Brookhart, and it's hard having her on as a guest, because I had to take an hour talking about her bio. It's so impressive, and we have somebody.
Thank you.
We have somebody on today, and I'll tell you, I have to share some of this. She was born and raised in Chicago. Her name's Angelique Marie, and she is I just have to share this. She's a DePaul University psychology and Columbia College Performing Arts graduate. Some of her artistic credentials are Phantom of the Opera, Christine, Jesus Christ Superstar, Simon, Guys and Dolls, Sarah Brown, Aladdin, and Stop in the Name of Love, especially Reatha. She learned the best of her career, elevated in a 25-year profession as a professional vocalist, actress, and model, to artistic director, producer, event pageant director, and vocal instructor for over 26 full-scale musical productions. And that's what we know. Boy, she's good at what she does, too. Hundreds of award shows, pageants, concerts, and live shows across the nation, including her favorite Rent, Fame, Wicked, Journey to Oz, and it just the list goes on and on. National pageant, Miss America achievement pageants, and Women of Achievement pageant. She owns Halo Events, California Events, One Stop Events Shop, which supports talent for epilepsy and rock against trafficking. And I'll tell you, I told you, this is impressive. And she's also 2020 Miss Elite United States Woman of Achievement, the Easy Way magazine's editor-in-chief, and director of the Easy Way Awards. She is definitely plugged in, Denise, to the Easy Way family.
She's phenomenal, as you know, Mr. Zuley. I got to hear her sing.
Oh, man, I had to seriously, because what a resume. And Angelique Marie, are you on with us?
I am. How are you guys doing today, this morning?
I am so glad you're on with us, because after that,
so honored to be on here.
If we had like sometimes people are in Malibu or Laguna and we can't get through them. And I'll tell you, you're from Chicago, and so you know what, well, we got to talk sometime. I didn't know that. So we, so Angelique, wow, what a resume. What was it that kind of steered you in the direction of, like when you went to DePaul? And you were a psychology major. I was originally a psych major at Cal State Fullerton, and then I switched over to communications. But what got you into the performing arts and so on that led you to where you're at today, and you're with Easy Way? What put you in that direction? Why didn't you go into engineering or, medical or whatever?
You mean?
Well, if you heard her sing, Mr. Zuley, you would know. I had the privilege of hearing her sing a song off of Wicked, which is the story of the Wicked Witch of the Wizard of Oz, and she hit every note. I was goosebumps all over.
Angelique is one of these people that, she's like humble and quiet and reserved, and she's at our events and coordinating so much stuff. With the stage or helping organize, and kind of like Carmelita, you don't realize that, like, she has all these talents. You turn around and she can sing, and wow. So where did all that come from? Where did all that talent come from here? This is wild.
Good genetics, good genes.
Wow.
I have a family of talented artists, and I grew up in an age where you were always supposed to have a backup. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't major in performing arts. What was that? I had to have my backup, and it was psychology and communications and English on the town. So while I was performing all over Chicagoland with national orchestras and just fantastic people, really well-known A-list people across the nation. I was also working on my writing and my event skills. I learned, like I said, from the best, and now I'm an event coordinator.
You sure
I
are.
put events together. I'm an event director, and now I'm proud to be the Easy Way magazine editor.
I would add something to that. You're event director extraordinaire. I know it's hard to spell for some people, but I have a hard time with that one. But you're amazing at the events, and the Easy Way magazine. You're putting that together. This is exciting, and I'm afraid I kind of messed up on that.
It launched. The magazine launched. You have to see it, Mr. Zuley. Frank Shankowitz is on the cover. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It covers the Easy Way Gala. What else is in there, Angelique? Tell everyone.
Yeah, and you can also share what's not in there. I goofed up on that one, guys. Oh, boy.
There was supposed to
You're
be
fine.
a radio blog, but it's fine. It'll be in the next issue. We're excited for it. We have all of our featured members, our Easy Way Wall of Fame. We featured the Lady in Red Diamond Rose Award. Of course, Mr. Eric Zuley, his new website and his book to be launched at the Best You Expo in March 20th at the LA Convention Center. Miss Anita Mayberry, a.k.a. Miss Sparkles, covered the red carpet reviews.
I like that, Miss Sparkles. That's a good one.
Yes. she's amazing. Also, she covered the Heroes Harvest, Passion Vista events, as well as the Wealth Bowl. Those are our three main events that we covered. And we featured members like Hannah Hornstein, the financial guru, Jeff Levine from Beyond the Secret, The Awakening. We also had TV spotlights with Denise. You would know all about this. We covered and featured The Artist Process by Matt J. Doyle. Amy Thompson, Connect the Dots, and Megan Fenyo's I Am Enough TV, Join the Movement. What's Up, Orange County, of course, and Rising Fashion. We featured Josh Liskey of IHP Global. He won the
President's that's amazing. Josh is amazing.
Yes, he is. He won the President's Cup for Kirby. We featured Dante Spears. She's amazing. We all know how amazing she is.
Dante is gifted with the healing and all her talents with the online websites. This is like these are the names you're hearing that someday they're going to say, oh, I knew that person when they're starting out. Well, they're not just starting out, but they're talented. But this is growing so fast, and it's different than it was in the '60s. It took a while to grow. Now it's just spreading all over the place and so fast. And there's so much in this magazine. So is this, is this quite a deal, right? An ordeal putting this together in a magazine. What's it like? You have to post and paste and get all this stuff in order, and then more stuff comes in. It's like pretty tricky.
I want to make sure that we mention that we featured Frank Chakowitz, co-founder of Make-A-Wish Foundation. We were on the set behind his Wishman movie.
And that's on Netflix now, everyone. If you go to your Netflix, look up Wishman, and you'll see Frank Shankowitz's story on there. I never cried so hard for a movie. My goodness, it's just laughed, cried.
I agree.
It was joyous.
Very moving, yes.
And when we went to the Make-A-Wish, Frank called Eric up and wanted him to come down to the premiere. And, here we are with Frank and his wife and everything. I was stumbling all over the place because I just got out from finishing up with my stuff. I'm trying to film. But that was an interesting event. And boy, now he's on the cover. And you know what? You got to see that movie on Netflix, right? Denise, Netflix? Is that where you see
Netflix.
it?
Yep.
Okay. Got to check that movie out, Wishman, because it's a real movie. It's a good movie. It's a true story. And so
right. And the story is in the magazine, written by Dante Obligation. He did a phenomenal job of capturing Frank on pages.
Dante Obligation, yeah, he's good.
And fun behind-the-scenes photos. We also have some golden nuggets on your journey to success from some very, very highly successful people. Some social media pieces by Katerina Kosias and Kendra Muick. I'd like to thank my team. Well, we were about to go into what it takes to make a magazine, to create a magazine. And when I was first asked, I was both extremely overwhelmed, but also humbled and honored.
Angelique, I got to say, you handle overwhelmed very well, doesn't she, Denise?
Oh, my God, phenomenally. I had no clue. She had it all under control.
It could be an event, and everything is like a tornado, like on the front of Eric's book with the tornado. And, like, you look at Angelique, and she's just so calm and casual. And it's like, how come you're not a nervous wreck? What's the deal here? And she's just handling it. I give you credit.
I think you have to be. That's the name of the game.
You have to be grounded, Mr. Zuley. You find a 30-foot pipe that goes into the ground like in that movie Tornado, and you hold on.
Yeah. So we got to hold on to Angelique, and I'll keep you stable. Yeah. But, so Angelique, overall, we give you a lot of credit. We're so fortunate to have you part of the team here. And
I am lucky to be up with the team. I feel honored, really. I'm so happy to be part of the EasyWay family.
So we're
so happy to have you.
You ran into Eric and the Easy Way family. How'd that come about, real quick, in a nutshell, and how has that affected your movement through life?
Well, now, through Sharon Doyle, I met Eric Zuley at my pageant. He was a celebrity judge, and that's how we met at one of my events. So, and I got to meet you, Mr. Jim Zuley, and it just kind of grew from there. You know, Eric does what he says he's going to do. They, just like the magazine, it's a media arm of Easy Way, which helps network you to your success. And I was able to hop on the bandwagon, so to speak. And, you know, my numbers grew, my social media numbers grew. I became more successful. I was meeting amazing people and getting to work on these top events that I would have only dreamed about. So
that was
Easy Way.
No, just real quick, not long. What was that little thing that happened back in Chicago that caused Angelique to move out to California?
The little thing is called the weather.
Uh-huh.
The weather. I just couldn't take it anymore. I was born and raised there. I love the city. I love the people, but I just could not handle those windy city winters any longer.
It gets cold.
And I have family here, and I want to get my kids in the business, which they are, and I want to get them out there, and this is the place to be, right?
You know,
exactly.
Angelique, I don't know what parts, you know, as far as where you grew up in that, but I saw online, I just had to check, because, you know, one of the places I spent a lot of time with my my aunt and uncle was, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but I saw online, I had to check, and there was a house for sale. And it was where I spent a lot of time kind of growing up, visiting. It was my aunt and uncle. And it's 203 Sheridan Road. And I thought, I got to see what's going on. And I just went on there, and it's in Winnetka, and I go, oh, my God, the house is for sale. So
wow.
If anybody wants to go in on it with me, a long time ago I said, someday I'm going to buy. I told this to George, my uncle. I said, someday, George, I want to buy your house, because we used to sit in the back and talk about, he was building a jetty because he lived on Lake Michigan there, if you remember, along the lake. And he'd tell me how they had to buy the jetty, the individual people there. And the people, I kind of met them. I just said hi, and then I said, I want to go play, because I was younger. But the Walgreens lived across the street. And the Field family, if you remember Marshall Field, not him, but, you know, Marshall Field IV or whatever. And what's his name? Vincent Price and his wife. A lot of those people were there, and I'd see them, but I didn't care. You know, I was too young. I was like 7 or 8. And it brings back old memories. When I don't know if you've been back for a while, but when you see places like that, and this is where you spend time at, and it's been so many years, and you see it. Oh my God! Well, anyway, it's for sale. So let's get some of the Easy Way team together and buy it, and then we'll have a place to hang out. But anyway, this is exciting, and the magazine is exciting, and the event. So we have the event director of the Easy Way Awards coming up, right?
Yeah,
and that's
the IHP Global Conference, Elevate Conference, and the Golden Gala.
Exactly.
We'll be in September of 2020. Yep. We're really excited about it at the Newport Beach Marriott.
Yep.
It's going to be a meeting 4-day event.
Oh, wow. This is going to be so you definitely have a calendar hanging up in your office, and we have to talk sometime about how you keep a schedule and how you keep so calm. And we'll do it. How to keep calm the easy way via Angelique. because around where Eric and I are, we're bumping into each other. Eric's burning out computers and phones all the time. But
I don't know how he does it.
Oh God, yeah, it's well, he just doesn't stop. You don't. It's very simple.
You'll never get a harder worker than Eric. When he says he's going to do something, he does it and he gets it done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But everybody has to remember to take time to eat and sleep and basic things like that. But
oh, it's really important. Self-care is so important.
With all this, Denise and Angelique, it's such a different world today than it was. You guys remember back in the 60s, the way we used to do it. You had to find a dime to make a call. You remember? Oh, I don't hear anything. I was just kidding. That would be a question for Reatha.
Yeah,
but anyway.
We weren't born quite yet.
But that's the way it was. There was no pagers. There was no computers. When you heard a rumor about a computer, they'd show you this huge room, and that was the computer. And now with your cell phone, everything, it has to be such an advantage. And getting things out there, like these events and things that are happening, it's such a difference. And it's that's why it's so exciting. It's going so fast. So
exactly.
We want to thank you, Angelique, for coming on, and this whole thing is very exciting, and we got the magazine, and we appreciate all your help and efforts being editor-in-chief of Easy Way magazine, and now
Yay.
you want to do the doom and gloom side of Radio Boomers Live. And we talked about what's exciting. We talked about what's fun and what's going to be in the magazine. Now let's turn to the downside of what's missing in an Easy Way magazine. And that's due to words like, snooze, you lose. The other one, he who hesitates is lost. I'll do it. I'll get to it in a minute. And Angelique is on my heels. She's texting me and paging me, Mr. Zuley. She's trying to be polite. She's trying to be calm, but get your act in gear, Mr. Zuley. And no, she didn't say that, but that's basically the gist. And get me that article. I need your article. And I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you. And no, Eric's grabbing me for an event. And, we're doing this, doing that. I got to get home. I got to finish that article. Or Angelique's going to be mad at me. And she would calmly say, I need the article. And guess what, guys? I didn't make it for the Radio Boomers Live. So maybe we could put Post-its. That's what we could do. We'll get all the magazines, and we'll put Post-its on there, little stickies on there. Tune in to Radio Boomers Live Monday morning. Reatha and John. Oh, could we do that maybe? Oh, whatever. I don't know. So have a schedule. And, again, Angelique, thanks for coming on. And do you want any closing words? Do you want to tell anybody?
Yes, I really just want to thank my team. We did it, and we did in a short period of time, and everyone was so wonderful and getting their things in. Of course, Eric Zuley, Linda Lane, my editor, our featured writer, Dante Obligation, and then the columnist, Matt J. Doyle, Kendra Muick, writer Denise Smollett-Burkhardt, Anita Mayberry, a.k.a. Miss Sparkles, Nikki Stingle, and Jessica Ogle. So thank you. It was a labor of love if it was tough, but we did it, and we're really proud of it. And there's already, in less than a day and a half, over 1,300 views.
Wow.
So that's really exciting. Those are great numbers.
It's such a good team, such a group of talented people, and all the people we've worked with. And this has been, but you know what, the clock is ticking, guys, and we want to thank Carmelita and Angelique and Denise, and Reatha will be, she did a little checkup this morning. She's coming along fine, guys. She's been going through her test. And
best wishes for Reatha.
Yeah, Reatha's hanging there. She's a trooper. So with that, guys, I think we got to wrap her up. It's been a fun show. So much information. Thank you, Denise, for jumping on with me and Angelique.
My pleasure, Mr. Zuley. Anytime.
You're talking about a lot of talent here. And so until next week, Monday morning, 10 o'clock, Radio Boomers Live. We'll be on with you and give you updates on all the events, what's going on. And this is all cutting-edge stuff, guys, going into the new year. And so for that, we'll say Radio Boomers Live, keep moving, keep the faith, and we'll be out till next week, Monday morning. So long, everyone.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.